Well, I've finally gone and done it. I am I'm joining the 270 awning gang. Good old made in China. But yeah, this company, Hima, reached out to me. They're Australian based, and they asked if they could outfit my truck with some of their gear. I said I'd be more than willing. So here's the Napa awning, which is an 8-foot rollout awning. I bought that, I think, 3.5 years ago for $70, and I can't say a single bad thing about it. I bent it up pretty good on some trees over the years, which whoops, but it keeps trucking along. So I'm donating this to a friend who's been looking for one, and yeah, it feels good to pass old pieces of equipment along and know that they still serve a purpose out there. Alright, they've sent some brackets in these nice little bags, which is great, and a beautiful instruction manual, so we know what to do with that. But I'm curious to see how these brackets stack up against the Gamma VD rack receivers. I'm sure that the company would recommend using their awning brackets. They are a little bit beefier, but yep, there they are. Just like any other awning setup, so yeah, you've seen this 1,000 times. As we stretched out the awning for the first time, I noticed that some of the adhesive on the back of these hook and loops had come undone. So it seems that the sun kind of baked it back on there, but I would definitely pay attention to that. Each of the supports is numbered in the order that they get folded away, which makes it completely foolproof. So, you know, that's really helpful.
On it. Okay, good.
think that shit'll buff. The old sand Hima, made of like aluminum or something. Oh look. Of course.
Easy.
You might think this was an awning review, but it's actually a roof slider review. The whole awning is an aluminum construction, and I'm using it with the Gamma VD roof rack. So I wound up using some mounting points that Tim designed, but it comes with all the hardware and all the brackets needed to mount it to most roof racks. I just chose to go a different route. Each one of the legs has an additional support pole with a stake that can be forced into the ground. And there are loops at each corner so that you can tie the awning down in sustained winds. And the whole surface of the awning has loop on it so that you can put on an awning wall. They actually make a separate part that you can close it all off so that if you wanted to in the winter or a really terrible rainstorm, you could have a little bit of a room. I've always been eyeing a 270-degree awning. I used to have one of the 8-foot that stretched out from the side of the truck, and I just didn't use it that much because I didn't feel like it provided enough coverage. Depending on your setup, you might have a little bit of interference from your hatch or whatever vehicle you're mounting this onto. Of course, you can raise the awning up, but for our setup, it's already plenty high, and if it's any taller, I would be afraid that I would snag it on something. So this is good enough for government work in our book. Roof slider.